People need friends. Friends give us someone to talk to share our ideas and our experiences and our thoughts with. From the bottom of my heart, I hope you have people like that in your life, because that is the topic of today's video. We will talk about friends. You will learn how to introduce your friends, how to talk about the length of time you have known them, about the characteristics of your friends, and much more. To begin, I want to tell you about one of my friends. Do you know Phil? This is Phil. He's a really good guy, and he's one of my oldest friends. We have known each other since high school. We actually met through another friend. We became friends because we were both into video games, basketball, and movies. Today, we still keep in touch regularly, even though we live far away from each other. Did you catch all that? If not, that's okay. I will repeat this information at the end of the video, and you will be able to talk about your own friends in the same way when we finish. So stick around, and first we are going to talk about how to introduce a friend. So at the beginning of the video, I introduced Phil. I said, "Do you know Phil?" Right? So when you introduce one of your friends to a family member or another friend, you can say, "Oh, do you know Phil?" Or "Have you met? Have you met Phil?" I can also say, "This is my friend, Phil," right? This is my friend, Phil. A little more formal, let me introduce you to Phil. And more casual, if you have a friend and your friend's name is James, say James, Phil, Phil, James. A little more friendly, a little more casual. So repeat after me, just to practice your speaking, your pronunciation here. Do you know Phil? Have you met Phil? This is my friend Phil. Let me introduce you to Phil. James, Phil. Phil, James. Good. When you describe your friend, usually you use adjectives. You talk about ways that make them unique, for example. If I'm talking about Phil, I can say, he's a funny guy. He's a good guy. He's a smart guy, for example. So you can use, think of any adjective really that fits your friend. He's an interesting guy, for example. Guy is used for men. You can also talk about female friends. You know, she is really creative. She's really ambitious. She's really caring, for example. Right? So you have many ways here. And let's do he's into. This means he likes, right? These are his interests. He's into tennis. He's into fitness. He's into rap, for rap music, for example. Okay, repeat after me. He's a good guy. She's really creative. He's into tennis. Good. Okay, now we have a good beginning. Let's continue with some questions. The three questions we care about now are: how do you know each other? How long have you known each other? And how did you meet? Or how did you become friends, for example? So, for example, how do you know each other? Like if you have a person beside you and your colleague says, "Oh, who's that? How do you know each other?" "Oh, we're friends," right? Or "He's a friend of mine." I can also just say, "He's a friend, he's my friend." This is my friend Phil, for example, for the introduction. I can also say, oh, we are good friends. We are old friends. We are best friends, for example. And I can say, oh, he's one of my oldest friends, one of my closest friends, one of my best friends, for example. So just repeat after me. I want you to practice speaking to we're friends. We're old friends. He's one of my best friends. All right, next, how long have you known each other? Here we need the present perfect. How long have you known? Have you known from the past until now? So, for example, we've known each other since high school. So we use since the last time we did something or the starting point of something, right? Since high school. You can say past simple. Oh, we met in high school. Or I've known him, I've known her for over 10 years, over 20 years, however long it is. Remember, for duration, for 6 years, for 10 years, since for the starting point or the last time something happened. So repeat after me. We've known each other since high school. We met in high school. I've known him for over 10 years. Okay, next question. How did you meet? How did you become friends? Why are you friends? Is the question here. So, oh, we were in the same grade. Very common in school, right? I was in the same class, in the same grade, grade 7 or grade 5. We met through a friend. So another friend introduced us. We both liked something. So here, we both liked soccer or video games or basketball. All right. So repeat after me. We were in the same grade. We met through a friend. We both liked soccer. Good job. Okay, we just have 2 more things, so follow me. Friends need to keep in touch with each other. They need to stay in communication. So when you talk about staying in touch, keeping the communication with your friend, you can say something like, we message each other every day, right? So we talk on the phone, I send a message. Next, oh, we talk on the phone once a week, for example. Or we get together once a month. Get together means to meet in person, meet socially. So we have coffee, we have lunch, or we have dinner once a month, for example. So repeat after me just to practice. We message each other every day. We talk on the phone once a week. We get together once a month. Okay, next, here are some things that friends say to each other during various parts of the friendship. If your friend is upset, if your friend has a problem, you can offer to talk to them, to give them advice by saying, you want to talk about it? So wanna means you want to. Do you want to talk about it? Or do you just want to be quiet and process it by yourself, right? So, yeah, you want to talk about it. You can send this in a chat. You can say this in a phone call or in person. Also, your friend is having a difficult time. You can tell them, hey, I'm here if you need me, right? So, similar to if you need to talk about it, if you need to go for coffee so we can really discuss your ex boyfriend or your ex girlfriend, I'm here if you need me. I got your back. I got your back means I support you. I will be beside you in this situation. If another person tries to argue against you, don't worry. I'm with you. I got your back. Your back, I'm behind you, right? Like this. So I got your back. I can support you. Sometimes you need to give advice to your friend. So, a very common piece of advice if your friend is trying to make a decision, should I quit my job or should I take this new job? Do what's best for you. So, which one is better for your family or for you personally? And finally, take care of yourself. If you see that your friend is going through a difficult time, if they are making bad decisions in their life and you care about them, you tell them, hey, like, take care of yourself. Okay? All right. So let's repeat these. You want to talk about it? I'm here if you need me. I got your back. Do what's best for you. Take care of yourself. Oh, remember Phil? This is Phil. He is one of my oldest friends, and he's a really good guy. We originally met in high school. We actually met through another friend. We became friends because we both liked video games, basketball, and movies. Today, we live far away from each other, but we still keep in touch on a regular basis. Hmm. Maybe now you understood everything a lot better because you listened to all of the phrases in this video. Now, why don't you do the quiz on engvid.com and tell me in the comments, how long have you known your best friend and how did you meet? I'm very curious to know. Go ahead, practice your English, and I'll see you next time. Call your friends.